Right, civil rights to black power. Civil rights, civil disobedience, 19th century, Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau. Direct nonviolence confrontation, 1960s, grassroots movement that originates in the historic black experience in the South, a Christian ethos centered upon nonviolent confrontation. Highlander Folk School in Tennessee trained people in this model. Civil rights movement successful in its fundamental goals of expanding the concept of democracy, an ongoing struggle that challenges the denial of human rights globally. Popular culture extremely effective in dissemination of these ideas. All right. Black power, economic and political power, control of schools, businesses, and other institutions, rejects integration, black pride in one's history, culture, and identity, draws upon history of armed rebellion and historical figures like Nat Turner and Denmark Vesey, organized student movements, SNCC Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Stokely Carmichael, Black Power 1966, Greenwood, Mississippi. We have Black Panther Party for self-defense, achieved national and international renown as the most influential expression of the Black Power movement. Huey Newton and Bobby Seale founded the organization in Oakland, California in 1966, founded as a left-wing organization advocating Black people's rights to self-defense, challenging police brutality in Black communities. They wore distinctive black leather jackets, berets, and exercised their rights to carry firearms. The Black Panthers were greatly influenced by Malcolm X, who was assassinated in 1965, and revolutionary movements in Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Political goals, the 10-point program. We want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our Black community. We want full employment of our people. We want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our Black community. We want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. We want education for our people that exposes the true nature of the decadent American society. We want education that teaches us of our true history and our role in the present day society. We want all Black men to be exempt from military service. We want an immediate end to police brutality and murder of Black people. We want freedom for all Black men held in federal, state, county, and city prisons and jails. We want all Black people, when brought to trial, to be tried in court by a jury of their peer group or people from their Black communities as defined by the Constitution of the United States. We want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. All right, and then we have the Free Angela movement. Angela Davis was a leader of the Communist Party USA with close ties to the Black Panther Party and civil rights movement. 1969, Angela Davis is barred from teaching in California by Ronald Reagan. Tried, acquitted of involvement in Soledad Brothers' August 1970 abduction, murder of Judge Harold Haley, Marion County, California. And here's the media surrounding that. 1964 to 1968, 14 major uprisings in America. Harlem, 1964, Watts, 1965, San Francisco, 1966, Milwaukee, 1967, Detroit, 1967, Cincinnati, 1967, I'm just going to keep going down. New Jersey, Tampa, Newark, Rochester, and Chicago, 1968, Washington, D.C., 1968, and Memphis. We also have 1968, Huey Newton arrested, convicted on murder charges. Chicago leaders Fred Hampton and Mark Clark killed in police raid. Ultimately, 20 members of the Black Panther Party were killed by police, and many others faced long prison terms. By the early 1970s, the FBI had destroyed the Black Panthers as a political organization. However, the ideas associated with Black Power evolved into a cultural movement that permeated American popular culture at every level and spread across the globe. Album cover art, The Politics of Cultural Ownership, Jazz, Soul. All right, change of pace, Johnny Griffin. We have Afro Jazz and Jazz a la Bohemia. We have Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? Gaye's 13 album, May  21st, 1971, produced solely by the artist himself. First soul music concept album comprised of a cycle of 9 songs, the last a reprise of everything before, emphasizes jazz and classical music instrumentation and arrangements, viewed from the perspective of the Vietnam Vietnam War, environmental issues, political corruption, um, poverty, drug abuse, suffering, injustice, included on the list of 500 greatest albums of all time. Uh, the role of music on cultural, political, social movements. Okay, pause to read all of this. Magazines also disseminate the influence of Black popular culture, African American history, TV and cinema, celebrities, the African diaspora, religion, race and representation, gender issues, fashion, ideology. Here's some more Life magazine covers. Then we have, for its August 1966 special issue on the Negro woman, Ebony magazine used on its cover Charles White's memorable circular charcoal drawing depicting the faces of several African American women titled J'accuse. J'accuse referenced the famous title of the influential French novelist, playwright, and journalist Émile Zola's article against anti-Semitism in the Dreyfus Affair. Zola's J'accuse addressed the French president for and his government of anti-Semitism, which Zola alleged was demonstrated by the unlawful jailing of Alfred Dreyfus, a Jewish officer in the French army who was sentenced to lifelong penal servitude for espionage. We have Festic 77, also known as the Second World Black and African Festival of Arts and Culture, the first in Dakar, 1966, was a major international festival held in Lagos, Nigeria, 1977 to February 1977. The month-long event celebrated African culture and showcased the world African music, fine art, literature, drama, dance, and religion. 16,000 participants, 56 African nations and countries of the African diaspora performed. At the time it was held, it was the largest Pan-African gathering to ever take place. Black Power movement's impact on African American artists. Reject notion of art for art's sake. Art plays an important role in the Black community. Black art should deal with Black history and relevant social issues. Black art should be accessible to Black people. Don't support institutions, museums that don't support Black arts. Graphic arts, especially useful to the Black Panther Party. The Black political poster. We have Emory Douglas was the revolutionary artist and minister of culture for the Black Panther Party, oversaw art direction and production of the organization's newspaper, The Black Panther, listed on Security Index and Agitator Index of the FBI, Youth Training School, Ontario, Canada, learned typography, illustration, logo design, City College of San Francisco, commercial art classes, combined art and message, and was influenced by Aaron Douglas and Charles White, and some more arts from Emory Douglas. Wait, hold on, let me go back. There and there. We have Bill Boyett was the Black owner of the Cowpack liquor stores, whom the Black Panthers support in his boycott against Mayfair supermarkets. And then this is the first video for the Black Panthers, or